The late 19th century was a time when invention exploded across the world. In workshops, barns, and city laboratories, engineers were experimenting with ideas that stretched the limits of physics. Some names survived history. One of the most famous was Nikola Tesla. Tesla experimented with wireless energy, resonance, atmospheric electricity, and machines designed to transmit power across the planet. His ideas were considered radical, but he was far from alone. Across America and Europe, inventors were producing machines that looked like they belonged centuries in the future. In the 1950s, engineers working with Stanley Hiller unveiled a strange machine, the Hiller VZ-1 Pawnee, a hovering platform powered by ducted fans. A pilot could stand on it and fly. No wings, no helicopter blades overhead, just lift generated from powerful air circulation beneath the pilot's feet. It looked like something from a futuristic film, and yet it was real. Test flights proved the platform worked. The military experimented with it. Then suddenly, development stopped. Today, hover platforms are rare experimental curiosities, but photographs of the Pawnee still exist. Proof that engineers once seriously pursued personal flying platforms. Where did that idea go? Now consider another strange invention from the early 20th century. The motorized monowheel. A vehicle where the rider sat inside a massive single wheel, driven by an internal motor. One famous example was built by Dr. J.H. Purvis in the 1930s. It looked completely surreal. A human riding inside a rolling mechanical ring. Photographs show these vehicles traveling down roads. The technology worked. And yet the idea disappeared. Today, monowheels are rare novelty devices. Why did this concept never develop further? Was it impractical, or simply overshadowed by the rise of standardized automobile manufacturing? The deeper you look into early inventor culture, the stranger things become. Experimental technologies included mechanical resonance devices, wireless energy transmission towers, atmospheric electricity experiments, gravity-defying mechanical amplifiers, unusual propulsion concepts. Many of these ideas never reached mass production, but they were clearly being explored. Some engineers believed power could be drawn directly from the environment. Others believed vibration and resonance could amplify mechanical force dramatically. And some inventors claimed they were rediscovering ancient principles, not inventing new ones. Here's where the mystery deepens. Throughout the 1800s, explorers, archaeologists, and engineers were uncovering ruins, buried structures, and strange architectural remnants around the world. Massive stone foundations, domed buildings with unusual electrical-looking features, structures partially buried beneath layers of earth. Some researchers today believe these remnants belong to an older civilization, sometimes referred to as Tartaria. According to this theory, certain inventors may have been inspired by, or even reverse engineering, technology discovered within those ruins. In other words, some of the inventions of the industrial age might not have been inventions at all. They may have been rediscoveries, fragments of knowledge recovered from a forgotten technological world. But something happened in the early 20th century. The chaotic age of independent inventors began to disappear. Large corporations replaced lone experimenters. Standardized technologies dominated the market. Electric grids became centralized. Automobile companies consolidated power, and many strange experimental ideas faded away. Hover platforms, monowheels, wireless energy systems, atmospheric electricity machines, all pushed aside by systems easier to control and mass produce. Today, we can still see traces of that wild inventor era. Photographs of impossible machines, patents for technologies that were never fully explored, diagrams of energy systems that seemed decades or centuries ahead of their time. They sit quietly in archives, in libraries, in forgotten patent records, proof that the past was far more experimental than we often imagine. History tells us progress moves forward in a straight line. Primitive past, advanced present. But the forgotten inventions of the inventor era suggest something stranger. A time when engineers were experimenting with ideas we still struggle to understand. A time when inventors may have been rediscovering technologies lost to history. And perhaps the biggest question of all, what if the industrial age wasn't just the birth of technology, but the rediscovery of something much older, something buried, something forgotten, something waiting to be rediscovered again?